Intuitive Painting Teachers, Lesson 6. Lesson 6 is part of part 2 that focuses on intuition. Part 1 was about creativity, and now we're talking about intuition. Of course, intuition is not so much something to talk about. Intuition is something first to learn to listen to, and then to work accordingly, to do some work, the intuitive work. Both of them are done in intuitive painting. Yet it is important to discuss the things that I am about to say. These things allow us to get to know better the space in which we are working it, the things that you need and will learn and need to learn here, the things that gonna change in you, the shift you're gonna make from over-reliance on left brain information and habits to a new state in which intuition gets a much more serious and much higher place in your consciousness, in your decision-making processes, etc. So, intuition is part 2. Chapter 5, that was the first in this chapter, was about speed, and I told you that intuition comes first, but we are not used to it. This is why many times we say, give me time, I want to think it over, I want to think about it. And why do we need time to think about it? Because left brain is much slower than right brain. But right brain comes immediately, and then after a while, when left brain begins to work, it pushes aside right brain. So the opportunity to be intuitive, the window of opportunity, is related to speed. The intuitive knowledge is immediate, but we're not used to it, so we ignore it. It's like silence. But lots of information is coming immediately after stimulus, and what we need to do here through the practice is to open our eyes and ears again to the intuitive knowledge that does come, but we tend to overlook. And now, in a direct continuation, we go to chapter 6. Chapter 6, the second about intuition, is about precision. So important. It is so important to discuss precision when we want to learn a little bit more about intuition. Intuition is precise. When you are trained in being intuitive painting teacher, there are times that become more and more often that you know things, you just know them. There is no question inside yourself. There is no dispute, there is no conflict, you just know. You know about the next instruction that this particular student needs in order for him or for her to go through a healing process, transformation process, creative breakthrough. You just know it, and you don't know how you came to know it. It is bizarre also for you, for your left brain, but you will know it. And this is the paradox, this is the conflict, this is the dilemma. Because intuition says, I know. Left brain says, well, I'm not sure, I need to check, I need to look at precedents, I need to read, I need to consult. Intuition says, no, I know. This is the difference. Now, the more you hear, the more you are about to trust your intuition. We are going to discuss trust a lot more in chapter 8. But now, I want to focus on the amount of trust we can have, the precision of intuition. Intuition is about knowing. This is the experience. And it is not easy to accept. Because usually when we say the word knowing, to know, it is usually the left brain version is I studied it, I practiced it, I witnessed, I made my research and investigation, I have experience, I know. Now I know. After all this process, after this maturation, I am confident, I know. This is the left brain version, and it's honorable, and it's very important to our life. Make no mistakes about this. Yet, when we're talking about intuitive knowing, it's a different story. Being intuitive teacher is being one that knows all of a sudden, just like this. You will know. And it is like a laser beam, precise, to some unconscious material that you cannot reveal through talking. It's like your eyes are able to see something that you are not aware of being able to see. The other party doesn't know what you're talking about. You're going to give this information through instruction that has many metaphors. It's like a game. And they will join the game through the intuitive painting work. And they will do the work through the metaphors and symbols. They will not be aware of the real thing that is happening in their unconsciousness through creative work. And change will start taking place. You were precise. But you were intuitively precise, and that means that you don't need any proof. Proof is for left brain knowing. As I said, very important. Very important for our life. Yet, it's not the only kind of knowing we need. Especially when we want to be intuitive painting teachers, I mean good ones. Here, you know because you know. You know because you have practiced this tool of being intuitive. You know. And I'm saying this again and again because I want to take you to this experience of knowing. Knowing without being able to explain, as I said before. And knowing that it is precise. Now you may say, there were times that I had this intuitive idea and it didn't go right. And so why do you say that it is precise? Well, there are many explanations for this. For one, I'm not sure that everything we feel is really intuition. I believe that intuition is always precise. Secondly, many times when we try to follow intuition, we also bring our fears and our hesitation, and we don't really follow it the full course. Okay? And third, our left brain can never know the real reason, the real reason or how this precision is really taking place. Or what's the role of the intuitive knowledge that we used, what was supposed to be the right outcome for this. Now, you may believe it or not, I cannot prove. You will always doubt. I always doubt and again see how intuition is precise. This doubt will come again and it's okay. We're going to walk through these doubts. But from time to time, when we do the work enough, we come to these moments when we know, and it is precise. And the response of the painters will show us how precise it was at the same moment and later after the process is going on. But to conclude this topic, as far as our relationship with intuition goes, we would like now to add the concept of precision. Now, intuition is not something to prove. You may need to put some faith, to put some belief in intuition, because this is the territory. It's right brain, it's not left brain. But it is precise. It is a different kind of science, not the science of left brain, science of right brain. And in time you will know. And I'm sure that if you're listening to me, you know what I'm talking about. Intuition is precise, and we learn to track the precise information of intuition, and then to use it as intuitive painting teachers.